about the faithfulness of God.
Yes. Yes.
I shall never forget. Now, this house is not the biggest house you've ever seen, okay? But it's not the poorest, it's not the worst house you've ever seen. We've had fires in here. We've had floods in here.
Wow.
We've had break-ins. All this stuff that you see here at one time, someone broke in, two guys broke in here, stole all this stuff. We came home from church on a Sunday, and I mean, this TV right here was over the fence back there. Madison Township, they were here. They came here and they caught the two guys that did it. Now, you know me, I love my TVs, okay? I jumped over the fence when I saw my TV. I jumped over the fence and grabbed my TV, okay? They said, don't touch it, it's evidence. I said, well, no, that's okay. I got it back, you know, and just put it back here. But this is the place that God has called us. Because here's what I know. When we were looking for a house, do you remember that? We were looking for a house. And we believe in being spirit-led in everything. When we were looking for a house, we sought God about where the house was and so forth. And I'm driving and I'm out looking and so forth, couldn't find nothing. And then I came home and I went to sleep. And the Lord spoke. He said, the house that I have for you, it's a multi-purpose house. He said, the house that I have for you, you will be able to look out your back door and see the windows of a church. He said, when you see the windows of the church, you'll know that that's the place I have called you to be. Yeah. And so I went to go look at another house. And that house wasn't ready. It wasn't going to be ready for a while. The guy said, why don't you go look at this house? We just bought it yesterday. We just bought it, and we hadn't even done anything to it. He said, just go over there and look at it, see if you like it. I came in, I'm looking, I'm saying, he's very, no, listen, we had a nice house in Canal, okay? And I said, no. And then I went to the back door. And when I went to the back door, and from that back door right up there, you can see the windows of Asbury Church. Right there from that. Listen, I didn't even know what the basement looked like. I started rejoicing. I called Tammy on the phone. I started rejoicing because I'm like, you know what? I said, Tammy. She asked me how many bathrooms. She said it had to have 1.5. It did. She asked me what the kitchen looked like. I said it ain't nothing to write home about. Okay, but I said, but listen. I looked out the back door and I saw the windows of the church. And I know this is the place we were to be. We started out renting. And we rented for years and years and years. But then it came time for God to shift us. And I had an accident and I was very limited as in getting around. And the owner at the time came to us and said, I'm selling the house. He said, I'm selling the house. If you can buy it, you can stay here. But if you can't, here's your 30-day notice. 30 days. Been here for 9 years. Giving me 30 days, not late. Everything's up, everything's above board. He said, you got 30 days if you're not going to buy it. And I will never forget, I was standing at the front door with my cane, and I told him, listen, I think I had 2 pennies in my pocket. 2 pennies. Didn't know what my credit score was, okay? And I told him, I said, go back and tell the owner that I'll buy the house. Didn't know where the money was coming from, man. Told him I was going to buy the house. Man, it had me shaking, Lisa. Yeah. It had me shaking because I don't know where this money is coming from. And I went back. I told Tammy, I told him we're going to buy the house. She said, honey, how are we going to do that? I don't know. I said, but I do know I haven't heard anything. And we went through this. I haven't heard anything from God about moving. Okay. So, and long and short, we needed We needed thousands of dollars. You know what it's like to buy a house. You know, you needed, whatever based on your credit score, and they finally found my score. Finally found it. And when they found it, they were like, we can work with this. Yeah. We can work with this. And I did a couple of things to bring the numbers up a little higher. And so long and short, we ended up getting the house that God called.